Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Mayfield on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go.
And now Burrow not enamored with the formation. Instead, he'll signal for a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escaped and fled for huge yardage on that play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They run for it with Mixon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep.
You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Chubb, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Running for it, here's Chubb, able to power through. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Bengals 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Handoff comes to Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield down. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A give. This is Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And some room to work. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got Rome past the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there on the run.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Bengals 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They run. Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Power and shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Nice satisfying run up first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And he'll they'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Burrow on play action. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First down. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run it with Carson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. shoves him aside. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time out of Chubb.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Burrow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.